I'm a PhD ex-psychologist for children with cancer, thanatologist, death and dying bereavement doc, hospice psychologist, certified hypnotherapist, who's who amongst American teachers, the one you're nominated for and win, not the one you pay to play. I'm a multiple award-winning author, intuitive, real-life starseed, certified angelic reader, telekinetic vocal healer, hands-on healer, light activator, new earth grid worker, divine medical download, light language healer, and whistleblower. Yep, my private practice at the Institute was, for all intents and purposes, raided years ago. And although I was exonerated of all charges, I had to close down my private practice of working with grieving families, children, and of course, hurting lost souls. It was devastating. It was scary, to say the least. I had absolutely no outside support system and could tell no one. The lead male special agent on the case called me months after the almost year-long investigation and apologized profusely to me with the sincerest grief that they were so wrong and that the world had lost an incredible therapist through their predatory procedures. It was too late, though. The damage was done, and I had to close the practice. I became a temporary typist, with a PhD, in a corporation to pay the bills after I lost everything and had to start again. And I did. I moved on to become an award-winning ex-vice president banker. Yeah, go figure. PhD to president banker. I was also an award-winning Silver Team financial advisor. I had the highest client satisfaction score that was recorded in the office that I worked because of my ethics and truly caring and working for the benefits of my clients, and of course not my pocketbook in an industry that was full of vultures. I was a reader of books for the blind. I did off-Broadway and have attended the Emmys, not for my own work, but a connection I had in Hollywood. I'm also an award-winning ghostwriter, and my first book was picked up and published in a pen name series that I signed hundreds of copies with at the Javits Center in New York City with Diane Keaton, Michael Moore, John Lithgow, and the list goes on. My book, of course, not theirs, was pulled off the market because I told the truth. And in this world, that can be dangerous. The publisher went bankrupt, stole my royalties. Barnes & Noble went bankrupt, stole my book signing and sales income. And as much as I want to complete the series and republish it, I have to be safe and have to have, obviously, the funds to do so. So why do I keep saying award-winning? It's to prove a point that I have excelled despite the system. But I'm not special or better than anyone. And if you met me, I'm really down to earth. I have a fun-loving personality, and I actually even have a sense of humor. As a ghostwriter, I won awards for all my clients that submitted, and I never got any credit for it. People always ask me, but how can you not want the accolades? Quite simply, it's because I have no ego. I tamed that years ago, and I know the high-quality work I put into everything, so it doesn't really matter to me. I am so proud that no matter what, I keep putting out valuable and truthful work. I have fought every system there is, from big pharma to publishing to you name it, I've done it. And I want to continue to help heal people, as many as are ready to be healed. And I really only work on valuable and mind-expanding alternative methods of healing and living. Because on a personal note, I'm also a Crohn's disease survivor. After bleeding from my bowels for 18 years, I healed myself holistically, never, ever touching traditional pharmaceuticals. And I just came through the healing of my own severely sprained ankle with no need of medical attention. And yep, I drank contaminated tetrachloroethylene in my well that nearly destroyed my life. And while I went out and warned everyone, I got shut down. And somehow, all the paperwork in the state facility disappeared. And you know what? Very few wanted to hear the truth about how their wells were contaminated because they cared more about the value of their properties than they cared about the long-term damage that would happen to their children. I couldn't believe it. Anyways, I've suffered in physical pain, had emotional attacks since I was born, but I always rise up. I've buried my parents, many beautiful children, and I do know more people in heaven than I do on earth. And while I continue to